then that's when it's not safe to pull a random egg out of your chest thinking, oh, I'll just get some more egg shells for bone meal effect here. Because instead you get this peafowl thing, baby, that is not only loud, but also looks at you expectantly. Welcome, ladies, and you boys too. I'm Aravero here as always, and here is Nature's Beauty episode 9. And I have already moved all of the drawers over there to the new room under the mansion, and I was going through the drawers and found an egg. It was just, it was labeled as a peafowl egg, but it was just an egg and it was taking up space, so I threw it right there thinking, well, maybe I'll get some eggshells, and instead I got a baby peafowl, which is not cute. But anyway, then I was going through all my chests, thinking I have some chests in here somewhere that I want to use to move these chests. I'll have to have alternate chests. And then I was like, no, maybe I'm going to have to make my own chests. And then I opened up chests and I discovered I have chest transporters in this mod, which means that with a little bit of iron and sticks, I should be able to just pick these things up in my inventory. Having said that, now that I'm thinking about it, though, I think that might be a bad plan because you get mining fatigue from those mining fatigue? Well, you get fatigue anyway. You get a real slowness, like badly, if you don't put those inside of a vessel of some kind. So let me see if I can make a backpack. One backpack could be enough. So 4 leather and 4 wool plus a chest. Well, the wool's easy. And the chest is easy. That I finally found my chest that I was looking for. But leather, I don't know if I have. I need 4 leather. And I don't know if I have enough cows yet to do that. While I'm thinking of it, let me go ahead and grab some stuff to... Well, I shouldn't have... I don't have to feed the cows because they're happy. It's night. Let me sleep it off. Oh my gosh. So much annoyance. Okay, I'm gonna push the panic button for just a second. Alright, peafowl, make a noise. Peafowl, make a noise. Peafowl, make a noise. He's been sitting over there being loud for the last 3 minutes. I'm trying to look at my... Okay, I was being panicky about my sounds. Alright, I still have 33 levels. I should find something else to enchant. But I don't have any more diamonds because I haven't been doing anything except for trying to move things over. Okay, I felt all of a sudden like I was being watched. Okay, let's go check and see how the cows are doing. I might need to, refill the lake or something. Alright, there's a cow there. Uh-oh, somebody drank some water, I think. Why'd you gotta drink it out of the end, silly boy? That's the mama. That's a female. Hi, bull. Wait, there was a baby here. You guys had a baby. Where's the other cow? There's only that one there. Okay, eat that. There should be 3 cows here. There was a mama and a baby. And another... Why is there only 2 cows? I have video footage of 3 cows being in here. It was in the last episode. Why don't I have 3 cows? Okay, so no leather for me. Let me go check these, that was effective. These traps over here that are supposed to be catching things. Although, if I remember rightly, those were empty too. They don't seem to be doing anything. So, let's just check here. Chicken. No leather. I haven't had a single piece of leather in those things. Okay. So, no backpack for me. I mean, it could be really comical to try to move them without the leather, without the piece. Without the leather. Move the boxes with the chest transporters and without the leather. Let me just confirm for my own satisfaction that I'm not nuts and that this is in fact the consequence of using these chest transporters. So I'm going to need, I have iron, I need some sticks. Oh, I need these trim pieces too. Some sticks. I probably don't have any more wood than that over here because I will have moved all the wood over already. Ah, there we are, some wood. I need some sticks. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good enough, I think. Well, no, we need several. So let's just make all of the sticks. I will make about 4 transporters. I think even if that requires me making 2 trips, it will still be better than nothing. Alright, so anyway, chest transporter. This is how it works. You just right click on the chest you want to move and see up here in the corner I now have slowness, hunger, mining fatigue, and jump boost, which is just basically enough to make it so that I can actually jump off of wait, it's not enough. Oh, I got up on the chest, yay. Alright, so let's see here. It looks like it's not as bad, at least the fast ladder travel overrides the bad stuff. Okay, so now, yeah, this is gonna take a while. Would it be faster to go and hunt down cows for leather? I'm not sure. The good news is I only have to jump up 1 block. The bad news is I might not have... Okay, I'm just going to use this stair to get up blocks. Oh, that's a bad plan, because then I'm not going to be able to pick it back up. Alright, this could take a while. But it's all downhill from here, as long as I don't get in the water. And how am I not going to get in the water? There's lava over there, and... Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, this is not as colossally slow as I was thinking it would be. And maybe it won't count as a whole block to jump up out of the water. Maybe being in the water will get over it, in which case it's not that big of a deal. Did I only grab 2 chests? I wonder if it would have been worse if I grabbed more chests. This is not as bad as I was expecting it to be. Okay, so 3 or 4 minutes of talking about how it's not as bad as I expect it to be is riveting content. So let me go ahead and get working on that. Okay, you remember in the last episode I said that I needed to push this back wall of this storage room back 1 more. I hit this cobblestone wall. I don't know whether I filled in that cobblestone wall or if it's just like the remnants of the remaining of some, I don't know. Well, okay. I'm under the mansion, so it's the cobble wall that's the structure. But why is there a lenten rose in the middle of there? And give me that. It's pretty. I want it. Okay, you come over here and you can just be there for now, okay? Alright, I fail at life. I swear I tried this. I swear I tried putting 2 of these slot upgrades into this before. Okay, so you can put 1 in there and you can put 1... Okay, you can't put it there, so that's probably what I did wrong. So I need to make 2 more of those slot upgrades for the furnace and that, and then I will be able... I was trying to make me some some iron so that I could work on a really big hammer. Okay, so I'll need some more of those slot upgrades. I didn't know that that was the case. I wonder how... Let's see, 3 times... Nope, I'm going to need blocks, so that's going to take a while even at that rate. But still, if I had 2 furnaces... Speaking of which, can I make 2 furnaces? Okay, I can't eat, so standing there with holding your food in your face is not really productive. Alright, wait, what was I doing? Upgrades. I've already made the upgrades on camera, so there's no point in making those on camera. What I was really getting ready to do was I was getting ready to start thinking about crafting table. No, not about a crafting table. I was starting to think about like making a design here around the outside. So this is the current size of this. This should be almost enough for a storage room, like for an average person. For vanilla, Maybe this would be enough. For me, for vanilla, this wouldn't be enough. But these, oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to make some trim pieces, crafting table. Give me the crafting table. Okay, so the trim pieces. Now you remember I made the framing table over here out of these trim pieces. I don't want to make the one I want to make more of those, but I don't want them to be in that wood. I want hope. Excuse me, I want the dark oak trim. I'm figuring dark oak right now for to go with the rest of the build, which is above us. And I've also got an idea for like the structure of it. Keep walking away from the crafting table. That's probably going to be really productive. Okay, I need some more of these things though. Can you stack, please? 2 more craftings. That'll be fine. All right, more sticks. More, what are they called? More plankage. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. The room is 24 across, so I'm going to need at least, well, I don't need 4. This, I don't think I need this many. I think I just overspent, but that's okay. Okay, so here is where my drawer controller is right now. My drawer controller can live in that spot. It's fine. This is gonna be a good. This is a gonna be. Am I sounding a little country today? Okay, there is my drawer controller, and I can have it all the way over here, away from those drawers. Just fine and dandy as long as I use these trim pieces to connect it. And then when I come into the middle of the room, it'll still connect. These trim pieces are not ugly, for one thing, and they will work just fine to get it over here. And then once they're there, once that connects there, it's fine and dandy for those drawers to be connected now to this drawer controller, which is fine, except clearly I need to make a whole bunch more drawers. All right, but I'll get on that in a bit. At some point in the future, I'm going to need a spruce. I'm going to need drawers for spruce. I'm going to need, what's up here? Oh, I left a bunch of them on crafting table. Okay. All right. So now we have, this is made out of trims. I don't know why the one probe thinks that that's oak trim. It's not. We just made it out of dark oak. Ay, 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 ay. The one probe has got its problems. Okay. So what I was going to say, and I put away my stuff already, I'm such a flake, is I wanted to, okay, is this trim? I don't really need the trim, but planks might be nice. I want to turn this area into the overall storage plan. And what I've started to think is I'm not actually limited to this space. I can actually go higher. I was starting to make a hammer, but I didn't. We can actually go not only as far up as this, but also that's going to be what, 7? So I can go to 25 blocks high, and all I would have to do is reposition the drawer controller to get access to a 25 by 25 room. I've mentioned this in a previous episode. Okay, so what I'm thinking I want to do is I want to start to get like an idea about how I might want to decorate that kind of a space. And I have an idea. Somebody once upon a when mentioned to me a location, I believe they said it's in Texas or New Mexico or Arizona, where there is a cistern, like a water storage cistern that's no longer used for water storage, but it's like a tourist thing now, and you can go tour it, and it has really neat architectural features. Okay, so give me some of this. Let's just play with some stuff. I want to play with, like, okay, so what it is it's just a big open space, obviously, because it must meant to hold water, but it's so massive that it's got like these support structures that are inside of it. So like there would be, I don't know, let's pretend, okay, if I was going to put chests all along the wall, or I should say drawers all along the wall, then I would want to have a walkway right there, right? And then I would have, I don't know how exactly far I would want the wide I would want the walkway to be, but let's just say that right here it's too wide, or at least for the purposes of this particular thought process, it's that size. Is this the other? This is the slate. This is the wrong slate. That, I mean, it's not the wrong slate. It's just that that slate I don't think comes in stairs. So let's, I was thinking stairs. Let me just play with this idea, right? Okay, so then there would be like a pillar here. Actually, that might not be bad because it gets a kind of a metallic look, doesn't it? Okay, and then this pillar would go 25 blocks up, right? Or it would be 25 blocks, so it would go all the way up, not only this tall, but at least twice that tall. And then there would be another space. So then, like, say for example, I'm going to use these trim pieces just because they're here. So say for example, I would have the next line of drawers coming around this direction at this size, so that except for where the pillars were, and then we would have another pillar, say right here, right like that. Yeah, okay, we'll just say, for example, oh, I have anyway, if you're not already familiar with this cistern thing, go ahead and Google it, because the pictures of it are just absolutely amazing. But, let's say, like I said, give me those stairs. Alright, so then there would be another pillar here, and then you would have this line of stuff right there, and I don't know if I would want it to be, okay, so let's see, the distance we had over here, that being a trim piece, or that would probably end up being a trim piece. So it would be a piece that would connect functionally the drawers. So then the drawers are here. I don't have any more trim pieces to represent the drawers. Did I do this right? Okay, so 1, 2 pillar, and then wall drawers, and then 1, 2 pillar here, and then if it would have like the steps around the outside of it, maybe. Give me some more stairs. It doesn't really matter to me right now which stairs it is. Although, if you all are out there and watching TV Land, and you have a preference, or you think that one or the other of these is going to be better, I went and cut down all of this dark oak wood, not only to make the trim pieces, but I was also thinking of the interior decoration of the barn. Okay, so a barn. All right, so if we had these kind of slate pillars with the, so if we had like another slate pillar right here, and then you would be able to see how much distance is between these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a bad number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is not centered on the other. Why is that not matching up? If this is the center, did I count something wrong? I bet I count something wrong again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. No, that's the same. I don't know why it didn't come out right. Okay, the pillar would be here. Anyway, so then the idea would be that there would be this room that's 25 blocks tall. I'm not sure if I can dig them up that high right now. And then there would be there would be all these support structures in it. It would be 25 blocks tall, or yeah, which would put it just under the base of the mansion itself. And then this room would be filled up with our storage, so that you would, everywhere you looked, you would see pillars, and everywhere you looked, you would see through the pillars to the storage. But I'm not sure exactly how that would make the walking around in here to work out. But anyway, it's just an idea that I'm playing with, and I thought I'd share it with you while I was playing with it. Yay, playing with ideas. Hashtag in the chat. Playing with ideas. Yay, ideas. Okay, so then there would be this little walkway that's a little bit tight around the corner here. Actually, maybe I would designate these corners over here as as instead of being chests or storage specifically, as being like a little work area, like for the pulvis or the framing table or some kind of thing like that. So there'd be a work table, and then in addition to having that, or in addition to having these pillars that go on up into 25 feet, then also have like arches of some kind between them that would then create more layers, so that each layer would probably go to like about what I have here. So each layer would be about 5 or 6 blocks. So maybe the floor level would be there, because this is about as high as it would be reasonable for me to reach the drawers. And then, so yeah, okay, so there's an idea to play that I'm gonna play with. I won't promise to have pillars up by the next time I come back. It's just an idea for me to play with. Alrighty, I'm gonna do some more poking at things, and I'll be back. Well, wouldn't you know it, in the time it took me to run my mouth, that what do you call it, furnace thing has smelted up a whole bunch of iron, and I was wanting to make another hammer, maybe this big one. Hello, no, here we are, the big one. And that is, what is that? 9 iron blocks, a purple dye, and some sticks. Okay, so I have the iron blocks. I have some sticks. And I need purple dye. Where am I going to get purple dye? I'm going to have to get me some purple dye from somewhere. I've been picking up the odd flower here and there. So I would expect that I would have some purple dye somewhere. Does blackberry stuff make into purple dye? No, it makes into seeds. Okay, and then I don't see anything likely there. Nothing likely there. I guess I'm gonna have to, oh, the troublemaker. Let's have a look and see if you make purple dye. Purple dye, just what I always wanted. Ha ha ha. Let me get this absurdly large, ridiculous hammer that I actually don't think I need right now. All right. Oi. That is kind of like blocking my vision. That is a big hammer. Let's come over here in the corner where we were digging and see what we can get out of that big hammer. Whoa. Whoa. That is not what I was expecting. Where's my pick? I was expecting a nice control. What is this? It's like, would that have been 9 by 9? That makes no sense. Why have 9 by 9? Give me my blocks. Make more blocks so that I can get the ones I have. All right, 9 by 9. All right, is that 9 by 9 on a flat surface? That doesn't make sense. I thought that it was not that. It is big. It is big, whatever it is that it is. Okay. But it's big and flat. I'm not sure I like that any better than, let's see, 1, 2, 3, wait, let's go, 1, all right, let's try right here. There's a big hole. I guess that'll make it faster to dig upward to get the ceiling. It should be really useful considering that it's got, okay. All right, I just made this ridiculously large hammer. This ridiculously large hammer. I can't even get out from behind of it. It's so ridiculous. But doesn't it match me lovely? Doesn't it match me lovely? I just, you know, this is the perfect hammer for me. All of my Minecraft life, I've been wanting purple tools, and this is what it takes for me to get one. There's something out of balance with this system. No, seriously, I'm about to fall. I'm about to fall down. Maybe I should have a seat. I think that we're about out of time for this episode anyway. So I'll see you all in the next one. Air-a-doodle-doo, toodaloo.